You gotta think about it. I learned a bunch of stuff, and those are my spinners. She's up on there getting wild, and some of the things on the rotation you gotta note for. Again, just coming in hot here, just let me give you some backlog here. This is not as dirty as it sounds. I mean, I'm going to town on Erda over here, but that's not my point. But we're going to be doing something else. I have other marshmallows on the table here. Uh, when you're doing it up, the shark punching coalition over here about what the spinners may be for Paulie and the rest of them, the vile belt techniques on the Stepford Wife programs, you got a concern over here is keeping it simple, stupid. If everybody can do love, but you're changing out the space-time multiple on the SU3 in the middle of the process. Meanwhile, your swordfish over there trying to crack her freaking bra, right? You know, you're that close. It's right there. I mean, is it real? You got to tell me, man, you know, what's going on? What's up, Drill? But again, a big point on that, back to their space wolves up here and the computer engineer, not that that stuff is anywhere practical in the way that, oh, I'm going to failure proof you into your face in the ground. Yeah, I mean, little Delta, what do you want me to tell you? I mean, there's a little Omega, one of them over there. But you'll learn this. Now, on the passive idea on doing this, your file, your Unity, your Godot stuff is a standard template construct to this on an HTML file. To really say that one of these guys or one of the other ones can toss them in there like that, but generally do the paper copies on what the rip is there for keeping it simple. So I'm going to kiss a death statue inside of here of multivariable calculus. Right, I mean, I might not be able to spell it, but that's exactly what I'm doing. I got Salty Steen outside here. I got Madame Curie, you know, the cat house queen over there, because she's keeping an eye on Schrodinger's equation as far as whether that cat's alive or dead when it comes to in the box. And that's how far that throws. I mean, if love being the topic, if in the standard of what I'm calculus variabling here, well, then that's the anti-equation. And in that way, it's going to throw down these squares a lot faster. You know, you're going to start belt technique a little bit because it's kind of practical. But every once in a while, you get in the need for a new electron model. Right, you know, and that's what's Drax. On the top end of these guys' waves, or their specific students having spinners, their case studies as a group. They had a teachral thesis in the front side of the year. That'll go as the second year. There was sub-variables because on the track to doing the same line, you found out that they are subtly different from each other. Not quite up and down, but enough to be lithium in the mix or helium-4. Or alpha 3 or triple alpha helium, you know, with carbon, you know, just any kind of write-ups that are just spread everywhere on the desk. You know, I got Paulie, I got Wally here, you know, and everybody else, and you know, any kind of other indexes too. Just because I had and Jay had here, we're just kind of assuming that they're mathematicians and their line up and right was pretty clean, playing optimally as far as the ohms are concerned before our total mass hallucination inside here. Not only the visible optics and chirality of what that is, but as I do the arm arbitrage here, not just the mere technique to say that, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, it's someone who blew off their arm and has phantom pain, but why does that work? It works that way because, you know, in that idea, I've ran the experiment for it. It's not exactly magic. Levitation is field charge and coulons and amps and volts and a bunch of other stuff that are inside of T numbers. So that really beast modes you up, not necessarily that the spinners in itself were any good at that point in time. I was in Drax class. Distance and length was not only the day over day, but the entirety of the course, and that might have ran a log to a third phase out to 10-year or an 8-year doctoral in mathematics. And so what I did, the river, right? You know, I went out here and did a multivariable on these kinds of calcs, and I also caught it as a rabbit. That's practical and useful on training bunnies and stuff. Well, you think about it from here, kind of put down the scales, and then you bones it up. Yeah. So, catch you on the next one.